Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 37 of my Atlanta Braves franchise here on MLB 15, the show. So today we've got the All-Star break, and you can see Todd Frazier makes the home run derby despite getting off to a very slow start with us. He's got 26 home runs at the All-Star break, and he will be an All-Star or a home run derby participant. Mike Fultonavitz makes the All-Star team, as well as Todd Frazier, so those are our two representatives this year for the Atlanta Braves. Everyone else, or all the other roster spots, I should say, were filled out from other teams in the National League. But we are continuing forward with our simulation here, moving forward, and we see John Jaso is out for 1 to 2 months with a broken forearm, so I know I need to go out and get a new catcher. My backup, as it wasn't even really that good. Steve Hernandez, he's only a 65 overall, but he's got good contact ratings, that's why he's on the team. So I go out and trade for Dave Amos from the Red Sox. They give up Andrew McKirkin, and then I'm going to trade for Adam Brett Walker from the Minnesota Twins. He was a sort of an organizational depth player, but a guy I thought could be a nice bench bat. Now I'm going over to the Marlins here. I noticed Marcell Ozuna and D. Gordon are in the last years of their contract, so I decided to go after D. Gordon, and I'm going to be giving up Lorenzo Cain, Ozzie Albies, and Adonis Garcia. And then as a result of that, we're going to move Jose Peraza to center field, so Gordon effectively takes Cain's spot in the lineup. I figured the Marlins might want Lorenzo Cain because he's got a couple years of team control left, and like I said, Ozuna is a free agent at the end of the year, so they're going to need a new center fielder. I'm also going after Derek Norris now. I figure when Jaso gets healthy, Norris and Jaso can be a pretty solid catching platoon, but in one of Jose Peraza's first games in center field, he breaks his forearm as well, so he's going to be hurt for a while. I didn't decide to go out and make a trade for him for a replacement, though. We already have Benito Rodriguez on the bench. And finally, we're going to trade for Andrew Miller. He is going to be our final addition, a left-handed reliever. I felt like we needed one after Luis Avilan and Tim Collins have both struggled this year, so we add him. And then we also called up a bunch of pitchers. We sort of switched up the bullpen a little bit. I called up Sugar Ray Merriman, Jason Hirsch, among others, so you'll see a couple names in the video. But anyway, here is the standings entering with the game we're going to play for this episode. We are 3 games out in the division. It'd actually be 2.5 by the time the game started, because I guess the Nationals lost this day. But we do have control of the second wildcard spot, so looking pretty good right now in terms of trying to get a playoff spot. The division is competitive as always, but I think the wildcard is a very attainable goal, and I even think we could win the division too. I just think worst case scenario, we should be able to make the playoffs this year. I'd be very disappointed if we didn't. And in part due to our part of our good positioning so far is due to Julio Teheran, who enters the game with a 2.11 ERA. That is tops in the NL. He is looking like a Cy Young candidate so far. So here we go, top of the first inning. Todd Frazier takes one to deep right center field. This ball is back and gone. Todd Frazier gets the Braves on the board in the top half of the first inning here with a 2-run home run. I believe it was Jung Ho Gong who would also score. He got on with a 1-out single, and then Frazier with the 2-run bomb off of Nathan Eovaldi, who just left that fastball right over the heart of the plate. Cannot get that pitch by Frazier. He is too good of a power hitter. So time to skip to the bottom of the first. Take a look at the Yankees lineup on the day. A lot of familiar names in there. You can see Chase Utley, still on the Yankees. If you remember, we traded him to the Yankees all the way back in year 1 of the Phillies franchise. He's still on this team, unbelievably enough. But Teheran here gets the strikeout of Delman Clark. And so now we're into the top of the second. Here's Terry DiMaggio up at the dish, getting the start at DH today. He's going to rip one down the right field line, but Souza makes the sliding catch. A very impressive web gem from Steven Souza Jr., who got into his slide early and timed that one perfectly as he squeezes the glove for the third and final out of the inning. Now top 3, it is D. Gordon leading things off. First pitch, actually 1 out of the inning, but first pitch he's taking it to right. That's going to get by the glove of the diving Steven Souza Jr., so that's going to go all the way to the wall. Gordon on his horse, you know he's got wheels, one of the fastest men in baseball, and he will cruise into third base easily with a 1-out triple. So goes without saying, a great run-scoring opportunity here for the Braves. Gordon on third with less than 2 outs, but it's Gong up next, and he's going to strike out swinging on the breaking ball there, the off-speed stuff from Eovaldi. And now 2 down in the inning for Freddie Freeman, who's up, and he's going to get jammed here, fights this one off. Left field shallow, it's falling fast, but Gardner will get there, and he'll make the play for the third and final out of the inning, and Eovaldi gets out of the jam unscathed. So now here we go, bottom 3, it's Didi Gregorius up behind in the count, 1-2 to Teheran, and Teheran gets the changeup by him, switches up the speeds there, and Gregorius was fooled. So now top 4, it's Todd Frazier up already with 1 big hit today. Let's see if he can go for another. Well, this time not hit quite as far, but he gets it back up the middle into center field for a base knock. So a lead off base hit here for Todd Frazier in the top half of the 4th, and now a couple batters later, it is going to be Cole Calhoun with Frazier on second, and Calhoun is going to take this one the other way down the left field line into the left field corner. That will score Frazier. Calhoun's on his horse heading for second, and he is in there. He's got himself a 1-out RBI double, and it's now a 3-0 ball game. Atlanta still on top here. It will be the next batter, actually 2 batters later, Terry DiMaggio up with Calhoun on third. 2 down. This one gets away from the catcher. Calhoun got a late break, but he's coming hard, and he scores. Head first slide, and he is safe. Cole Calhoun comes home on the wild pitch. Now DiMaggio still up with a 2 down in the inning, full count, and he swings at what could have been ball 4 there, but he will ground out to the second baseman, and that'll be the third and final out of the inning. So we have played 3.5. It's a 4-0 ball game here. Atlanta on top, and it's Steven Souza now who will be victimized by way of the K, thanks to Julio Teheran and his changeup right there. Souza goes down, and now it is Pedro Alvarez with a man on second and 1 down. First pitch fastball in there for strike 1. Another fastball, this one up in the zone for strike 2, and then I think you know where I'm going with this one. Changeup down and away, strike 3 swinging. Alvarez becomes the latest victim for Julio Teheran, and then later in the inning it's Brett Gardner. He's going to hit this one off the glove of Teheran, and Gardner's going to be safe at first, so Frazier could not make the play in time, but still, the fact that Teheran stopped that one probably prevented the run from scoring, as there was a runner on second on the play. Now it's going to be first and third with 2 men down for Chase Headley, and Headley strikes out on the changeup, so Teheran ends up striking out the side all on the changeup. It has been his best pitch so far. Now we skip ahead to the bottom of the 5th. Already a man down. It's Andrew Romine at the dish. He goes down in the slider, so this time it's the breaking ball for Teheran to get the strikeout. And there you can see the ERA leaders in the National League entering play. Teheran 17 points ahead of second place. That is Robbie Erlin with a 2.38, but Teheran has got the lead so far. Like I said, been one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the National League so far. Utley goes down, and then it's Souza up. This time Souza not striking out. He takes it to deep right center. This ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Steven Souza, and he cuts the Braves lead in half, as it is now a 4-2 ball game, and you can see that one right over the heart of the plate. Souza did not miss it. Goes the opposite way. Impressive opposite field power from the Yankee right fielder, and that is a 2-run shot. So it's a 4-2 ball game through 6, as we see the 6th-inning recap here. Teheran pretty solid so far, only 5 hits, 2 earned runs, but 7 strikeouts and no walks. Nick Rumbelow is going to come on and pitch the top half of the 7th here for the New York Yankees. Benito Rodriguez will get things going here for the Braves as he grounds this one to the first baseman. Nice stab by Pedro Alvarez, but Rumbelow was slow to get over there, and Rodriguez is safe at first, so it will go down as an infield hit there. Now it's Terry DiMaggio at the dish. Rodriguez going for second, strike 2 called, but Rodriguez is in there safely, so we've got a man on second now, and you can see it'll be Steve Hernandez now pinch hitting for what would have been Derek Norris's AB with 1 down in the inning, and Rodriguez on third. Hernandez grounds this one just past the glove of Headley and down the left field line for a base hit. Hernandez will stop at first, but it'll be an RBI base hit, and it's now a 5-2 ball game. So it'll be Justin Wilson now to come on and face the lefty D. Gordon, who's due up. Wilson with a 1.97 ERA this year and very effective against left-handed pitching, but this time Gordon hits one to deep right center field. This ball is carrying to the track at the wall and gone. D. Gordon, a man certainly known for the havoc he can wreak on the base paths, gets one out of here, and I guess that's just taking advantage of playing in Yankee Stadium. Another home run for the Braves here. That is, what, our 3rd of the day, I want to say? Our 2nd or 3rd already, but it wouldn't be our last, I'll tell you that much. So Brandon Pinder now on to face Freddie Freeman, and like I said, it wouldn't be our last because Freddie Freeman's going the other way, deep left field, and that's a 2-run bomb. It's now a 9-2 ball game. The Braves have blown this one wide open, and yes, that is our 3rd home run of the day now that I remember correctly. So Freeman touches them all here as he will knock home a pair. It's a 5-run 7th so far for Atlanta, and that's what it would finish as. And then Romine up later in the bottom half of the 7th, he would go down swinging another slider there. So Teheran has got 8 Ks so far. It's Utley up, and Utley's going to take ball 4, so that'll put 2 men on with 2 men down here for the Yankees in the home half of the 7th. It'll be Jacoby Ellsbury up next. Ellsbury hits one hard into right field. Soler will be here to field it. Comes up firing. They will hold the runner at third. A strong throw from Soler. It looks like it would have gotten him no matter who was running there. So a good decision by the third base coach to stop him. Now it is Clark up, 2-0 count. He's going to ground this one to the second baseman. Good play by Gordon. Flip the first in time, and Teheran is out of the inning unscathed. So we are into the 8th now. It'll be Andrew Bailey on the mound for the New York Yankees. 3 ERA and 42 innings of work so far. Terry DiMaggio leading, actually one out in the inning here, but DiMaggio hooks this one down the line towards the pole. It is gone. Terry DiMaggio with a solo home run, and it's a 10-2 ball game, excuse me, as Atlanta extends their lead. The onslaught continues. The home run derby continues as Terry DiMaggio, the rookie, gets in on the action. So finally the Yankees would stop with their crap, their sort of poo-poo platter of crap relievers and finally bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Dylan Betances. And he would work himself out of a jam here. Freeman pops this one up. Third baseman Headley is there to make the play for the third and final out of the inning. So we're on to the bottom half of the 8th now. It's Brett Gardner up, a 1-0 count. Pitch number 106 for Tehran with 2 down in the inning. This one's popped up on the infield, just in front of the dirt there. Freeman will go over, and he will make the play. Third and final out of the inning, and Tehran's day would be done. So we're going to bring on Sugar Ray Merriman, one of the men we just recently called up, and he has had a rough go of things so far in only 2 innings of work. Now it's Chase Headley up here with an 0-2 count, and that curveball caught too much of the plate. This one is hit high and deep to right field, and it is gone into the upper deck there for Chase Headley, or the second deck, I should say, not the upper deck. But Headley cuts the lead now 10-3, but with 2 down in the inning, or 1 down in the inning, excuse me. It's Ellsbury. He's going to ground this one to the second baseman, flip to short for 1 on a first in time, a 4.63 DP, and that is the ball game. Merriman works himself out of the jam, and the Braves take home the 10-3 victory. So the new look Braves playing pretty good baseball right now. We're 10 games over 500. We've cut the division lead to 2 games. Hopefully some of the new additions like D. Gordon and a couple of those bench bats we got will help our offense a little bit. I think the switching of things around, once we get once we get Jaso and Peraza back, I think our offense will start to take off, and hopefully that'll happen right around the time when we get to the most important part of the season, late September, early October. So, all right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy, and those I'm out. Peace.